Let's talk to a lawyer and Executive Director, Prison Fellowship of Nigeria, Benson Iwuagwu, who is joining me live via Zoom from Lagos. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News at 7. Let me start by asking you that in the case of murder, it's not the practice to grant a suspect or to admit suspect to bail. Could you help us understand why the suspects, the boys, are admitted to bail?
Thank you very much for having me. The point is, there is the need to make a distinction between the trial of minors and an adult under our criminal jurisdiction. Particularly recall that the Child Rights Act 2003 was quite clear that minors or children are not to be subjected to the same criminal justice process as would an adult, even if they committed offenses that would warrant such trial. What it rather has done is to provide that the minors must be processed through a child justice system, which, among others, considers the best interest of the child. It is indeed a sad occurrence as to how we lost a very promising young person. But again, beyond all that, it speaks to the moral degeneration in our society. So talking about the release, the Child Rights Act was clear. It gave the police or the adjudicators power to consider early release of the minors where they are in conflict with the law and are being processed.
Well, as far as we know, sorry to butt in, as far as we know, the police says it's still investigating this matter. But then, with the granting of bail, will it not jeopardize the investigation that is being conducted by the police?
Ordinarily, it shouldn't, because this has happened for quite a while now, and the law was clear, and the law is clear, that these unique needs of the children have to be considered, and that where you needed to keep them, they should be kept in what is called a government accommodation, which is suited to their particular needs. So I think that the police has the opportunity to carry on their investigation, because these children can be placed under supervision such that they have no access to either the crime scene or doing anything that will jeopardize. I think what we really need to focus on is, it's a sad occurrence, but are we able to use this as an opportunity to improve on our criminal adjudication system? There are children. We've lost a child. Do we need to lose another 5? No, it's sad as it is. And the law is clear. It says they should consider early release. And I want to believe the judicial officer or the magistrate, whoever admitted them to early release, must have considered particular facts and have looked at the law as well. So
well,
what I would, yeah.
You talked about not losing additional 5 children, but then this is a case where we have a child whose parents are bereaved, and they really want to ensure that justice is being served. The father raised the alarm, saying that the investigation by the police is granted not until December the 28th. And then he's now saying, he's alleging that the school authorities, in connivance with the parents of the accused, may be working against his quest in seeking justice. So quickly, do you suspect anything? Anyway, just very short.
I do not think I suspect anything. I'm rather of the opinion that we seem to be fixated in our extant system. this should be an opportunity for a creative and courageous bunch and police.
Right.
So look for a creative. The law says dispose. It gives the police, the prosecutor, and any other person the power to dispose of such matters without recourse to a formal trial.
Right, makes sense.
Issues like restorative justice.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm afraid we will pull the conversation, we suspend the conversation till when we see more things that are coming out of it. But then we really appreciate your insight into this. A lawyer and executive director of Prison Fellowship of Nigeria, Benson Iwuagwu. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.